23 million tons. That is the annual shipbuilding capacity of the People's Republic of China. The United States? Less than 100,000 tons. Technically, that is a gap of 232 times. To be clear, this figure includes commercial shipping, but in a total war, commercial capacity is military capacity. It is the ability to repair, to refit, and to replace. The U.S. Navy is a precision instrument, the most advanced fleet in human history. But in 2026, we're discovering a terrifying reality. Precision instruments are brittle. And in a war of attrition, the side that strikes hardest wins the battle, but the side that builds fastest wins the war. Let's audit the current state of the U.S. fleet. As of April 2026, the U.S. Navy is facing what analysts call the logistics hole. It is not just about the number of hulls, it is about the ability to keep them in the water. The data is damning. The attack submarine fleet is currently buried under a maintenance backlog of 12,500 lost operational days. Virginia-class boats are returning to the fleet nearly 9 months later than scheduled. Los Angeles-class boats, nearly 5 months late. But the most critical vulnerability is the Ford-class dry dock crisis. Currently, only 2 dry docks in the entire United States can physically hold a Gerald R. Ford-class carrier. Neither has the utility infrastructure for full combat repairs. Worse, the West Coast has no safe, fully equipped dry dock capable of repairing a Ford-class carrier. In a high-intensity conflict, a ship that cannot be repaired is a ship that is effectively sunk. For decades, the U.S. maintained one asymmetric advantage: stealth. The silent dominance of American submarines was the ultimate deterrent. That margin is evaporating. China has deployed what intelligence calls the underwater Great Wall. It is a multi-layered sensor network designed to make the ocean transparent. The Ocean Star Cluster, satellite-based LiDAR capable of detecting hull wakes from orbit. Seabed acoustic arrays, massive sensor grids at every maritime choke point in the first island chain. The Deep Blue Brain, an AI-powered data fusion center that filters ocean noise to track the specific acoustic signatures of Virginia-class submarines. Stealth is no longer a binary state, it is a shrinking window. If the U.S. Navy loses its subsurface invisibility, it loses its only way to penetrate China's A2AD bubble without taking catastrophic losses. War in 2026 is a math problem, specifically a VLS or vertical launch system math problem. During the opening 24 hours of the Iran conflict, the U.S. Navy burned through hundreds of Tomahawk missiles. At current industrial rates, the U.S. produces approximately 1,000 Tomahawks per year. That means a single week of high-intensity combat could deplete an entire year of production. The situation with the SM-6 Interceptor, the primary defense against hypersonic threats, is even more dire. Annual production is capped at roughly 500 units. The lead time for a single missile? 33 months. In a clash with the PLN, U.S. destroyers would likely empty their VLS cells within the first 72 hours. Without the ability to reload at sea, a capability the U.S. still hasn't mastered, these billion-dollar ships become nothing more than very expensive targets. There's a nuance that most analysts miss. The U.S. Navy is designed to win a short war. In a conflict lasting less than 30 days, the qualitative edge of the Ford-class, the Virginia-class, and the Aegis Baseline 10 system is likely to achieve regional dominance. American crews are better trained, their systems are more integrated. But if the conflict crosses the 60-day mark, the shipbuilding gap takes over. China's military-civil fusion strategy allows them to pivot thousands of commercial shipyards to military repair and production instantly. China builds 23 million tons a year. The US builds less than 100,000. In a prolonged engagement, China can absorb losses. The US cannot. We are looking at a repeat of the Battle of the Atlantic, but this time the US is not the arsenal of democracy. China is. Historical battles, from Salamis to Midway, were won by the side that struck harder. Historical wars, like the Atlantic, were won by the side that built faster. In 2026, the U.S. Navy remains a precision instrument, but in a war of attrition, precision instruments are brittle. The shipbuilding gap is not a budget problem. It is a strategic vulnerability that no amount of AI or stealth can fix if the dry docks stay empty. The era of qualitative overmatch is over. The era of industrial endurance has begun.